The formation of the Mongol state and the conquest of Xijia and the northern territories of the Jin realm in China might have satisfied many conquerors, but Genghis Khan was just getting started. His ambitions were now directed toward the western territories. Several minor incidents provided the Mongols with a pretext to launch attacks on neighboring empires. The atrocities in China would pale in comparison to the devastation Central Asia and Iran would suffer during the Mongol invasion. The Naimans were among the tribes vanquished by Genghis Khan in 1205. Following their defeat, the tribe's prince Kuchlug fled to the west in 1208. He faced defeat once more at the hands of Genghis and sought refuge in the nearby western Liao Empire. There, he was received warmly and even married the daughter of Emperor Jilibu. However, 2 years later, Kuchlug rebelled against his father-in-law, seizing control of the empire. In 1216, he attacked the city of Armalik, which was under Mongol protection. Genghis Khan dispatched his top general, Jeb, who defeated Kuchlug in the Battle of the Balasagun, bringing the entire empire under Mongol dominion within 2 years. Thus, they found themselves adjacent to the formidable Khwarazmian Empire. I butchered that. Ruled by a Persianized Turkic dynasty. Genghis Khan dispatched a caravan bearing valuable gifts to Shah Muhammad II in hopes of establishing trade. However, the governor of Khwarazmian city of Otrar, Enalchuk, had the caravan members arrested on charges of espionage. Genghis Khan then sent 3 envoys to the Shah himself, demanding the release of the merchants. Muhammad refused. Subsequently, the merchants along with one of the envoys were executed. This violation of the sacred rules of hospitality, deeply reversed by Genghis Khan, spurred him to plan his retaliation. He gathered intelligence along the Silk Road regarding his adversaries, enlisted siege engineers from China, and devised a strategy involving dividing his army into 3 columns. Although figures for both sides vary widely, most scholars concur that at the outset of the campaign, the Mongols outnumbered the Khwarazmian forces with 100,000 against 60,000. During the winter of 1219, Genghis Khan dispatched his eldest son, Jochi and Jebe, on a daring mission to traverse the Tian Sha mountains, with approximately 20,000 soldiers aiming to plunder the fertile Fergana Valley. Despite perilous nature of their journey, their gamble paid dividend as they skillfully evaded enemy defenses, confounding adversary who mistook them for the main Mongol force. Concurrently, another Mongol army led by the Genghis' second and third sons, Chagatai and Ogedei, swiftly advanced through the Dzargarian Gate, laying siege to Otrar, where a formidable garrison of 20,000 stood. After a protracted 5-month standoff, a turncoat facilitated the Mongol capture of the city, marking the first in a series of brutal subjugations where entire population faced either death or enslavement before the settlements were razed to the ground. Inalchuk, a notable figure, was apprehended and subjected to gruesome punishment, reportedly enduring molten silver poured into his eyes and ears. Meanwhile, Muhammad II fortified his capital, Samarkand, anticipating Genghis Khan's assault. However, the Vili Khan outmaneuvered his foe, traversing his supposedly impassable Kizilkum desert, spanning 300 miles and exploiting passes along the route. Arriving at the gates of the Bukhara, the Mongols encountered feeble defenses, prompting desperate attempts by the defenders to engage them in open combat, resulting in a catastrophic massacre. Continuing their relentless advance, the Mongols converged on Samarkand, the capital of Khwarazmian, in the March of 1220. Employing prisoners as human shields, they besieged the city, culminating in a bloody assault on its 40,000 strong garrison. Khanin tactics, including siege retreats, enabling Genghis to lure a significant portion of the defenders, including war elephants, outside the city walls where they met their demise. Despite 2 failed attempts by Shah Muhammad II to break the siege, the city eventually fell, with most of the inhabitants meeting a grisly fate. In the aftermath, Genghis dispatched his generals Subutai and Hebei to pursue the fleeing Shah and his son, initiating a legendary pursuit that would be recounted for generations. Following the devastation of Samarkand, Genghis Khan set his sights on the efflorescent city of Urgench, launching a dual-pronged assault with his son, Jochi, attacking from the north. Despite the city's staunch defense, it ultimately succumbed to Mongol forces. However, internal tensions arose when Jochi, advocating for negotiations to spare the city from destruction, clashed with his brothers who favored pillage. Consequently, Genghis replaced Jochi and Ogedi, whose decree sealed Urgench's fate. This decision not only led to the city's annihilation, but also served to estrange Jochi from the Mongol fold, leaving a lasting impact on the empire's dynamics. Concurrently, Toloi, Temujin's youngest son, led a sizable force into Khorasan, swiftly laying waste to Balkh, Merv, and Nishabur. Cities that surrendered without resistance were spared, highlighting the pragmatic brutality employed by the Mongols to assert dominance. This strategy, devoid of religious or cultural motivations, aimed to deter future oppositions, ensuring swift capitulation and minimizing the need for prolonged military engagements. Through meticulous planning and relentless aggression, the Mongols maintained a formidable presence, employing psychological warfare and strategic dispersal of forces to subjugate vast territories. Jalaluddin, the son of Muhammad, unexpectedly amassed an army comprising 60,000 Turkic and Afghan warriors, catching the Mongols off guard. Upon learning of this, Genghis Khan swiftly dispatched a force of 30,000 men under the command of Tartar nobleman Kotaku. Positions in Parwan, 50 miles north of Kabul, Afghanistan, Jalaluddin awaited the impending clash. Despite Kotaku's decision to bypass Khan's order and initiate a combat, both sides converged in a narrow valley, ill-suited for cavalry maneuvers. Seizing the initiative, Jalaluddin instructed his Turkic right wing to dismount and raid arrows upon the Mongols, gaining the upper hand with this precision. As dawn broke, Afghan warriors observed Mongol reinforcements, stirring concerns among commanders. However, Jalaluddin maintained composure, opting to have his entire life dismount and confront the enemy. Unbeknownst to the Mongols, their apparent reinforcements were merely straw men mounted on spare horses, deployed as a ruse. Witnessing the unified dismount of the Afghan forces, Kotaku ordered a cavalry assault on the left flank, only to be repelled by the resolute archers. Subsequently, the Mongols launched a full frontal charge, but the rugged terrain thwarted their customary tactics, leading to a rare breakdown of Mongol discipline against foreign adversaries. Seizing the opportunity, Jalaluddin commenced a remount and counterattack, resulting in the decimation of half of the Mongol army and shattering the myth of invincibility. The defeated cities, once compellent, revolted, compelling Genghis and Toloi to invest additional months quelling the uprising. However, discord plagued the Khwarazmian prince's army following the victory, leaving Jalaluddin with a diminished force of 20,000 men as he sought refuge near the Indus River, aiming for India. Genghis Khan swiftly pursued him, racing across Punjab and intercepting Jalaluddin before he could cross the river. Following a day's rest, the Mongols launched the dawn assault, capitalizing on the enemy's position against the river and mountain flank. Although the initial charge faltered, Jalal-ad-Din's counterattack nearly shattered the Mongols' rank. Genghis, however, outmaneuvered him by sending a reserve force of 10,000 to flank Jalal-ad-Din's army. With the enemy assailed from two fronts, chaos ensued, prompting Jalal-ad-Din to flee. Subsequently, Genghis dispatched a commander with 20,000 men to pursue the prince, though without success. Despite Jalal-ad-Din's elusiveness, much of the Khwarazmian territory was annexed, and their Shah perished on an island in the Caspian Sea. Legend has it that the Mongols drastically reduced the region's population from 2 million to a mere 20,000, marking the onset of the Mongol invasion of Asia.